Namaskar, I am Anand and you are watching Join for Education. Today I am going to discuss about quadrilateral. This is one of the most important chapter of mathematics. Discussion level or standard will be class 9. These details will be useful to our students, teachers and others or who are interested in mathematics. Let's start the class. First of all, I discuss about quadrilateral. What is the quadrilateral? What is the shape of the quadrilateral? Also, it is a kind of closed figure having 4 vertices, 4 sides and 4 angles. I am going to draw a figure of quadrilateral. So this is a quadrilateral. First of all, I nomenclature this quadrilateral, that is the A, B, C, D. So the name of the quadrilateral will be A, B, C, D. Of that there is no problem. A is the vertex, B is the vertex, C is the vertex and D is the vertex. So a quadrilateral has 4 vertex. If you consider about A, then D and B is the adjacent vertex of A. Similarly, if you consider about B, then A and C are the adjacent vertex of B. Similarly, B and D is the adjacent vertex of C, and A and C are the adjacent vertex of D. So A and C are the opposite vertex, and B and D or D and B are the opposite vertex. When we join opposite vertex, then we get the diagonals. So a quadrilateral has 2 diagonals and 4 sides. This is the sides joining the line or segment between adjacent vertex. So AB and AD will be the sides. Similarly, BC and CD will be the sides. So AB and AD are the adjacent side. AB and BC are the adjacent side. BC and CD are the adjacent side. And DA and DC are the adjacent side. Of that there is no problem to understand. After that we consider about what is the sum of the 4 angles of a quadrilateral. So the sum of the 4 angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. When we join opposite vertex in a quadrilateral, then we get the diagonal, and diagonal divides the quadrilateral into 2 parts. So each part is a triangle, and we know that sum of 3 angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore a quadrilateral has 2 triangles, therefore it has 360 degree. So it is very easy to understand. This is the simple details about the quadrilateral. Now I am going to discuss about statement wise. Let's see the written statement. So the written statement is in this way. So the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Already I have details about this with the help of the figure. So let's see. This is the second point. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into 2 congruent triangles. So what is the parallelogram? Then it is a special types of the quadrilateral. Let us draw a parallelogram. So see here. So this is a parallelogram. If we nomenclature A, this is the B, C and D, when we join opposite vertex of the parallelogram, then we get entire parallelogram divides into two triangles, or both are the congruent. We know that parallelogram have equal and opposite sides. So parallel and opposite sides, this one and this one will be equal, this one and this one will be equal, and opposite angles are equal. So this one and this one will be equal. So these two triangles are congruent to each other under SAS. So a diagonal of a parallelogram divide it into two congruent triangles. Of that there is no problem to understand this statement. Let's see the next statement. So this is the next statement. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonal bisect each other. So the diagonals intersect each other at a certain point, and at this point diagonal bisect each other. It means that divided into two equal parts. So we have no problem to understand this statement also. Let's see the next statement. So this is the next statement. Pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are what? Equal and parallel. Already we have discussed this point with the help of the figure. Let's see the next statement. Diagonal of a rectangle bisect each other and are equal. So what is the rectangle? Rectangle is a kind of a special types of parallelogram, in each having four vertex, four sides and four angles. Each angles are 90 degree, and when diagonals bisect intersect each other at a certain point. Let's see the figure. So we draw a figure of a rectangle. So this is a rectangle. So this is the first diagonal, and this is the second diagonal. So diagonal intersect each other at this point. So the bisect each other. This one and this one will be equal, and this one and this one will be equal. So the diagonal of a rectangle bisect each other and are equal. For this we take the help of consider about the triangle this one and this one. So both are congruent. In that case we prove this one equal to this one and this one equal to this one. So this one and this one vertically opposite angle will be equal, and this one and this one will be equal. So diagonal of a rectangle bisect each other and equal. Every Sunday I conduct live classes in YouTube channel, so join to me to get more details about these proofs. Let's see the next statement. So this is the next statement. Diagonal of a square bisect each other at right angle are equal. So if we consider about a square, what is a square? It is a special kinds of parallelogram in which all sides are equal, each angles are right angle. When diagonals intersect each other, at the intersecting point diagonals are bisect each other. So I hope that there is no problem to understand this statement. Let's see the figure. So this is a square. So we join this one opposite vertices, then we get the intersecting point of the diagonal. So this one and this one will be the equal, this one and this one will be the equal. Then diagonal bisect each other at right angle. So angle between this one will be 90 degree. So of that there is no problem. Now we got the next step. Diagonal of a rhombus bisect each other at right angles. So we consider about what is the diagonals. And what is the rhombus? Rhombus is a kind of a special kind of parallelogram in which all sides are equal but each angles are not 90 degree or right angle. So the figure of a rhombus is in this way. Let's see here. This is the figure of a rhombus. Each sides are equal. So we join the opposite vertex, this one, and when we join the opposite vertex, then we get the diagonal. So diagonals are intersect each other at this point. So this one and this one will be the same. This one and this one will be the same. So in a rhombus, diagonals bisect each other. Of that, there is no problem to understand this one. All of these statements work as the basic concept to solve the questions of exercise 8.1 and 8.2. Together with these statement works as the basic concept to the students who are preparing for G and other competitive examination. Let's see the next statement. So the next statement, the line segment joining the midpoint of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and is half of it. This is a theorem, and with the help of this statement, we are able to solve the questions of exercise 8.2. Let's draw a figure relevant to this statement. So the figure will be in this way. First of all, we draw a triangle. Suppose that the name of the triangle is ABC. This is A and this is B and this is C. So this is the midpoint. This is the midpoint. This is the midpoint of AB and this is the midpoint of AC. Now we join the midpoint. Then we get this line segment. So this line segment is the parallel to this line or this side of the triangle and half of this triangle. Of that, there is no problem to understand this one. Join to me in my live classes of YouTube. I shall prove this theorem. For this theorem, we extend this one in such a way that this one equal to this one, and we join these two, and we prove these two triangles. These triangles and these triangles are congruent, and we become succeed to prove this statement. Let's see other statement. So the next statement, a line through the midpoint of a side of a triangle parallel to the another side bisect the third sides. So let's draw the figure. So this is a triangle and this is the midpoint of this side, and we draw a line which intersects this side at this point, and this one is parallel to this one. Then this point will be the midpoint of these sides. In the YouTube live classes, I shall prove this theorem. With the help of these two theorems, we are able to solve the questions of exercise 8.2 of class 9 of any textbook, either R.D. Sharma, R.S. Agrawal, NCERT, etc. etc. Let's see the last statement, which is related to the quadrilateral according to the standard of the class 9. So the last statement is the quadrilateral formed by joining the midpoint of the side of a quadrilateral in order is a parallelogram. So if we join the midpoint of a quadrilateral, then we get another quadrilateral, and this quadrilateral is just like the parallelogram. Let's see the figure. So the figure is in this way. So this is the quadrilateral. Suppose that this is the midpoint of this side, this is the midpoint of this side, this is the midpoint of this side, and this is the midpoint of this side. Now we join all sides. So we join this one, join this one, join this one, and join this one. So it is a quadrilateral, and this quadrilateral is just like the parallelogram. Hope that there is no problem to understand all of these explanation, and this explanation will be useful to the students who are studying in class 9, and teachers who wanted to teach the students of class 9 together with the audience who are interested in mathematics. Thank you very much to stay with me till the last details of this explanation. Once again, I thanks to all of you, and wait for my next video lecture related to a special topics. So thanks to stay with me till the last details.